Hey everyone, welcome to DG Insider 6. So today I am joined by Jonathan, our marvelous marketing coordinator.
Hi folks.
And we'll be joined by two other people, Jen, who's our product manager, and Matt Jackson, our design director. So first and foremost, I really want to thank you guys, thank the Deathgarden community for these past weeks who have been wonderful, incredible. We received a lot of love and we read all of your messages, so it's really, really heartwarming. Now that this is done, we are going to introduce kind of a new concept for the DG Insiders. So what's it gonna be?
Well, we are now live, so we have plenty of surprises and new upcoming things to discuss. So yeah, DG Insider will move to a multi-section video talking about highlights of past things that happened, upcoming things that will be out in future patches, and also we will share with you a couple of tips and tricks about how to behave in the garden to be a better scavenger or hunter.
So that being said, let's roll. So welcome, Jen. So you're our product manager, and since relaunch that happened on May 30th, a lot of things happened.
We're really happy to see that the community is embracing the reboot, and we had a little surprise in store for them. We immediately on the Saturday of the reboot added already one new map called Dust and Blood, as well as a prestige system for those players that already maxed out progression. So from now on, people are able to go over progression all over again and complete all the challenges in order to get some fancy bits of cosmetics to show their dedication to the game and how cool they are.
And can you talk to us a little bit more about like all of the players that we had? Because we started everything with a free weekend, so that's pretty awesome.
Yes, so since reboot, we're really pleased with the amount of players we got. It blew away our expectations. We reached over 180,000 players. So thank you so much for joining us in this adventure and for giving us a lot of feedback, a lot of positive feedback, some feedback that we're really eager to tackle, and some nice memes to keep our days interesting.
So in the past week, players were able to complete the weekly challenge to get Mark of the Avenger and exclusive fog mask. So today we're saying goodbye to it.
Goodbye, fog mask exclusive. But fear not, the following week we will have something else for you, which we will talk about later.
So we are joined by Matt, our design director. And we'll be talking about upcoming features for the next patch. So I heard that we will get a 6th map. Mind talking about it a little bit?
We are leaving the hotness and the forestness and heading into the Arcticness.
It's true. This is a completely new biome for us, as it was alluded to. We have a lot of interesting new structures in the map. There's kind of an old school, like a blast furnace, if people know what that is. That's going to be the central point of the map. We also have a lot of new and interesting gameplay with 2 kind of levels that have different trees and shrubbery on them. There's a bit more cover above the trench, a bit less cover in it. It's a big departure from our other maps, and we hope the community really enjoys it. We also have, what do we have in there?
We have the Northern Lights sky.
Or Aurora Borealis for those scientists out there.
So we will be introducing a new feature to the game that community asked for a long time. So mind talking to me about it?
We are super happy to be already introducing the Proving Grounds. It's our first iteration at kind of a leaderboard. Do you want to talk about it more, Matt?
Yeah, for sure. So we have a weekly reset leaderboard that takes your best match that you've played during the week and puts you in a group of 8 different categories. And each one of these categories has a percentage associated with them. What I mean by that is, are you in the top 50% of players for that match, top 25, et cetera, et cetera? These are shown in the Proving Grounds. And so you can get a real sense of how well you're doing against the community. And every match that you play can be
The top score.
your top score for the week. Maybe you want to play more. Hopefully you want to play more to beat your top score for that week. And, compare with your friends, because that's what it's all about.
So we listen to community feedback a lot. We read all of the message on every platform. Can you talk to me about all of the improvements that we'll make following these feedbacks?
Well, the main feedback that we heard the most and is kind of being debated the most is one life, execution, and downing. And we do believe in our direction of making the one life decision with the high tension, but we understand that maybe it's not as clear as it could be, so we decided to rework it and keep rewarding the concept of downing.
Yes, exactly. So we think that hunters might not even know that they get a lot more XP by waiting to execute after they've gotten 2 downs, 3 downs, or whatever. So what we're going to do is rework the UI widget, which explains how downing works. So that'll be in the patch tomorrow. Give us your feedback, of course, if it's more clear. And then the other thing that we did was we modified a lot of how much XP you're earning as a hunter from downs and executions. So what we did was we moved from 200 to 400 XP for a down. It's the hardest thing a hunter can do.
Yes.
Right? A downing a runner is the hardest thing.
More than executing, for sure.
Of course. The amount of XP we felt didn't quite mesh with that difficulty that the hunter, a challenge, I should say, to down scavengers. So that's one change we made. And the second change we made was reducing significantly how much XP is earned from executing, but then also increasing what we call the step value. So the first execution is worth a lot less, but it starts to ramp up more than it did in the previous game. So in the previous, I should say, build, in the previous build we were at 150 XP per step. Now we're at 250 XP per step. So all of these numbers will combine to mean that a good hunter, someone who downs a lot, is going to get more XP than they used to. And someone who executes later on, after they've downed 3, 4, hopefully 5, they'll get the most XP.
And this is really just a first step as listening to this feedback.
Yes.
Please keep giving us more feedback. We also have some more ideas on how to make the whole execution and downing mechanic even more clear, even better. So we'll stay tuned on that, but we have more plans and we'll share as soon as we can.
Can you tease us on the upcoming challenge cosmetic?
Yeah, so the next one is going to be starting right as we do the patch on Thursday. And it's going to include the first skin for Stalker, and it's going to be a weapon skin called
Silent Attack.
Silent Attack.
We love it.
Yes.
Hopefully you love it too.
It's a good name.
I
like
think
it.
so.
So we've been talking a lot about the upcoming patch that's dropping tomorrow, but what about the future?
Yes, so we really want to embrace the early access philosophy. We want to keep those patches coming. We don't want to hold anything back. So what you can expect is more frequent patches with smaller content updates rather than long periods of waiting with major patches. That's something that we may want to explore later on, but right now our goal is just to feed the fire, keep things rolling, keep taking feedback, improving in order to create this great product that we know we can get to.
So thank you so much, Jen, for joining us today. Do you have a final word for us?
Thank you. See you guys next time.
You were talking earlier about the proving ground. Let's say I'm a good hunter. I'm okay, but let's say I'm a very good hunter and I want to get on that top 5 spot of the proving ground. What should I do?
What I would say, the best way to earn XP, especially after the changes that we put in, what you got to do is try to get as many downs as you can. The more downs you get before you start executing, the higher you'll be on the proving grounds, the greater chance you'll be in that upper tier, and you'll just get more XP.
Yeah, exactly. I've been hunting. You've been hunting. What would be for you the first behavior that scavengers should avoid if they want to survive in a chase?
So, as a hunter, as you mentioned, what I've seen often is the use of jumping by scavengers.
Yeah.
So, Obviously, this is a mechanic that's part of our game for a reason. It provides a lot of value. We have a lot of ascending structures. These things make sense. But often in a chase situation, jumping is not your best option. What would be your best option is using our evade system. So, or mechanic, I should say. It keeps you lower to the ground, so that allows you to blend in more easily with the hiding grass, behind structures, behind rocks, things like that. It makes you move faster compared to jumping.
Yep.
So if you can use evade to break line of sight, which does help a lot.
Yes, it does.
Get behind a rock. Get in a bush, in a hiding bush. Get behind a structure. There's a lot of structures in a lot of the maps. Keep in mind, Hunter plays in first person. So getting behind him or her and then starting to jump even, it's better than jumping when
In front of him.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Matt, for
Oh, you're welcome.
those pro tips.
Pro tips.
Pro tips.
Thank you guys for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the video. So tomorrow we'll have a special event, right?
Yes, when the patch drops, we'll have a special play with the dev. 1 hour with Matt Jackson and 1 hour with Geneviève Forget. They'll be commenting on their playthrough and also answering some of your questions. So be sure to drop by.
And we see you guys in 2 weeks.